Tangerine Quarantine. I'm Emma and today I'm going to be showing you some basic first aid. Now I'm going to be showing you what to do if you found somebody unconscious. So the first thing you would do is put them into the recovery position. However, if there are two of you when you find this person unconscious, then one of you will be calling the emergency services whilst the other person will put you in the recovery position. So, here is how to do the recovery position. This is something which you would do when you find somebody unconscious and they aren't responding. So whilst doing this, you have to explain what you're doing to them, so if they do regain consciousness, they know what you're doing and they know that you're not hurting them. So the first thing you would do is take the arm which is closest to you and you would put it so the elbow is bent at a right angle with the palm facing upwards. Then you would take the hand from the opposite side of you and take the palm and place it on the side of the face closest to you. And then you hold that there so the arm doesn't move again. Now you straighten out the leg which is closest to you, and then you would take the leg which is furthest away from you and you would pull it inwards so it's next to the other leg, and then put your hand underneath the kneecap and pull upwards so the knee is then bent, and then while still holding on to the palm which is on the face, hold on to the knee and then pull the person towards you so that they roll onto their side and are then supported by the arm which is underneath their face and the leg which is bent at a right angle supporting the rest of the body. So if you had phoned the ambulance being on your own and you weren't sure what you were doing with the recovery position, you would put your phone on speaker and have it next to you and they would talk you through what to do. Now, this is what you need to do when you call the emergency services. So the number for the emergency services is 999, 999, okay? Everyone needs to know that, so make sure if you take anything from this video, you know that the emergency services number is 999. Once you ring 999, the first thing you have to say is, "I need the ambulance." Then you need to give them your telephone number if you know it. If you don't know it, don't worry, however it is very helpful for them to know your phone number. The next thing you need to do is tell them the address of where you are. So if you're outside and you see a street sign, or if you see a shop or something which would be very obvious for somebody to know, the main thing you need to do is give them a rough estimate of where you are so they can get to you. Then the final thing you have to do is tell them the injury of the person you found. So if you can see that they've got some cuts or some bruises, then that's what you need to tell them so that they know that that's what's happened. And there you go. Those are the very simple things you need to tell the emergency services if you have to ring them when finding somebody unconscious. Now I'm going to show you what to do if you were dealing with a minor bleed. So, for example, if someone had cut the palm of their hand. So, if you were the one who'd cut the palm of your hand, the first thing you need to do is stay calm. Or if another person cut their hand, make sure to reassure them that it's going to be fine and just instruct them on what to do. So, the first thing you need to do is apply pressure to the cut. So, if you were able to get a wet cloth, then that's what you do. Or you can just use your other hand or the person's other hand to apply pressure to it. When doing this, make sure that you're sat down and you're staying calm whilst reassuring that person that everything's going to be fine. Then you need to raise your hands above your head to reduce the bleeding. So then once it's stopped, or once you feel like the bleeding is slowed down, if you were just applying pressure with your hand, slowly remove your hand and look at the cut. However, if you had a pad on it and the blood might have seeped through the pad, you wouldn't take off that pad to put a new one, you just put a new one over the top. If you think that the bleeding is slowing down, that's when you need to go and run it under water to clean it slightly, just so there's nothing in it. And then that's when you can dress it. So if it's just a small little minor cut, then you could just put plaster over it. However, you might need to put a bandage over it, and that's what I'm going to show you next. So I'm going to show you what to do if you needed to tie a palm bandage. First of all, you need to make sure you have a bandage, and you need to make sure you have a pad or a piece of kitchen roll or something to cover the cut, which has to be clean. You have to make sure it's clean so it keeps the cut clean. So we need to place the pad over the cut, which is on the palm of the hand. So you place it on the palm of the hand, and then we're going to start on the wrist, and you have an excess bit here so you can tie it off at the end. Then you wrap around the wrist so you can secure it in place. Then you wrap over the palm, making sure you don't move the pad, and then you wrap around the back of the fingers and go across the palm again and round the back of the thumb. Then you go round your wrist again and you repeat, and then you go back over the palm, round the back of the fingers, and over across the palm, round the back of the thumb. Now you don't want to do this too tightly because then you'll cut off circulation. However, you want to do it tight enough that it keeps everything in place. Once you've finished it, you just need to go back and on the back of the hand, check by putting your fingers through the back and checking that you can fit 2 fingers underneath. Then, because I've now come to the end of the bandage, now I want to take the flap you left at the start and just tie one simple knot, not too tight, and then you can tie another knot to secure that, and then with these excess bits you can just tuck it under the wrist to make sure that they're not going to pull on anything. And then there you go. So now I'm going to check that I didn't do it too tight. So you go to the back of the hand, and I can easily fit 2 fingers underneath, but it's tight enough that it's holding everything still. So the last thing I'm going to show you is how to tie a sling. The reason for tying a sling would be if somebody's injured their arm. So it could be that they may have broken it, or even if they've just bashed it and it just really hurts, like if they've hurt their shoulder and they don't want to use their arm. So here's how to tie a sling. For a sling, you need to have either a triangular bandage, or like me, if you're a scout, then you can use your necker. So first thing you need to do is, depending on which arm is injured, you need to put the top corner from the long side on the opposite shoulder. So since we're going to use the right arm as the injured arm, you would go under the arm and across to the opposite shoulder and go slightly over the back so you can then tie it off. Then you're going to place the elbow on the corner of your necker, and then take the other side of your necker around the back of the shoulder. Now you can then tie your sling with 2 granny knots at the back of the person's head, not too tightly that you hurt their neck, but tight enough that it supports the arm. And then you can adjust it across the arm gently, and then the bit at the back by the elbow, you can then roll so it tucks underneath and doesn't stick out. And then that's your sling. Wow guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this. Bye!